oh my God, this deck is weird as Hello, my friends. Bella Maldonado here, and we are going to do a walkthrough of the Fantod Pack. The Fantod Pack is the weirdest, strangest, darkest deck that I've ever run into. It's funny though. It's hilarious, but it's dark and very weird. I didn't know what Fantod meant, so I had to look it up. And for those of you who are as ignorant as I am, the Fantods is a state of extreme nervousness or restlessness. It's the willies, the fidgets. It could be a sudden outpouring of anger or outrage or some kind of similar intense emotion. So you know what we're dealing with. The Fantod Pack, okay? And this was done by Edward Gorey. And for those of you who don't know, Edward Gorey was an American writer. He won a Tony Award for costume design, and he illustrated a lot of books. And he's also very famous for that introduction to the show Mystery. If you guys are of my generation or older, you'll remember the show Mystery on PBS. And I think it was a spin-off of Masterpiece Theater. And that introduction, it was an animated introduction by Edward Gorey. And it was his, you can see it here, it was his usual pen and ink style. The show, I think, was based on like crime or, mystery and crime and that sort of thing. So you have an idea of who Edward Gorey is, what he did. He came up with this deck. Let's take a look. So here's the guidebook, and the cover of the guidebook is the same as the card backs. So it's got this creature type thing holding a tray with a skull that looks like it could be an hourglass, and maybe that's a candle. And he's sitting on what looks like a unicycle. So very strange, but very fun to look at. It's a really tiny guidebook. And it's, just to give you a sense, right? Let's just see if we can find, okay, so here's the child, right? There's a card in there called the child. I think, oh, that's sweet, the child. So one of the things it could mean is September, if you're looking for dates. But then it gets into denigration, sexual inadequacy, styes, hallucination, and it goes on, crawling sickness. There's like a whole bunch of stuff here that the child is supposed to mean. And just to give you like some more context, let me see if I can find another one that's interesting. We have the sea, right? The sea, lovely, ocean, right? Very pleasant. We've got January. Okay, great. Stands for January. Then we have wasting, loss of ears. Like, really? Loss of ears? That's kind of specific. And for the sea? Like, how do you connect the sea with loss of ears? And then an accident in an elevator? I mean, I thought the loss of ears was specific, but this is kind of, this, yeah. The C stands for an accident in an elevator. Lurching sickness, cracks, and, again, it goes on and on. So this is what we're looking at. This is the feel of the deck. And, I mean, it's supposed to be funny, okay? So if you have a dark sense of humor, then yeah, this is for you. This is for you. And it, at the beginning it says it's interpreted by Madame Groeda Weyrd. And she's a fictional character, it was made up for this thing. And her backstory is, I think she's a mix of, what is she, Finnish and Egyptian. And she, made predictions that were all doom and gloom. Like, that was her thing. And that she interpreted these cards. And she won't say where they came from. So it says here, Madame Weyrd will only say that its origin may not be divulged, but is of incredible antiquity. So yeah, I mean, this whole thing is made up, but it's funny and it's strange, it's peculiar and very dark. So let's take a look at what some of these cards look like, shall we? All right, so they're all black and white, and like I mentioned earlier, it's, pen and ink. And they're very cool and fun to look at, but strange. Okay, so this is our ladder. Okay, and there's like a rope hanging from it. Then we have the yellow bird. I'm glad they mentioned yellow because I wouldn't have been able to get that from this. The child. Oh, this is our child, our skeleton child. And the skeleton is, what is this? What is that? The skeleton child is dragging what looks like a dog or some kind of pet on a skateboard. Okay. And then there's some leaves here, but only a few of them are white. The rest of them are all black. The limb. This doesn't have a name. I don't know what this thing is. I think it mentions it. There's a name, I think, in the back of the guidebook. It's called The Black Doll. In the words of the old rhyme, what most you fear is coming near. That's awesome. Yes, that's what you want to get in an outcome position when you're doing a spread. Okay, so that's that one. The tunnel, yes. Who wants to go in there? Not me. Oh, and these cards are very, very glossy, as you can see in the reflection. The ancestor. What happened to my ancestor's face? What is that? Is my ancestor a zombie? What the heck? My gosh. Maybe it's just the ancestor after you've dug them up. But then, like, the coat is still in good shape. It's just the face that's all messed up. Well, that's the ancestor. The blue dog, again, I'm glad they specified because I wouldn't have gotten the blue from this. The burning head. Yes, the burning head just floating around, burning with the flames. The bottle. What, that looks like the same creature that the child was dragging around on the skateboard. Is that the same thing? Let me see. There's the child. And there's the bottle. Is that the same thing? Just one is black and one is white? I don't know. They may be different. They may be different. But yes, that's our thing in a bottle. The écorché. The écorché, which is just a fancy, probably fancy French word for just a body with muscles and no skin. So that's our écorché, with a top hat no less though. He doesn't have skin, but he's classy. The sea, this is our sea. It looks so harmless, right? I mean, it looks a little rocky, but not too bad. But when you look up that definition, my God, the sea, the bundle. What is that a bundle of? It looks like a person who's got their knees folded up into their chest and tied up. Or it could just be garbage. I don't know. The feather. Oh, she's cute. I like her. She's got a kind of like a 20s vibe going on. But I'm sure she's full of doom and gloom too, right? You think, oh, this is a cute little flapper or somebody who's, hosting a party. Let's see what her story is. The feather. November. Blackmail. A forged passport. Hysterical pregnancy, loss of eyelashes. What the heck? Again, that's like the elevator thing. It's like awfully specific. Disorders of the small intestine. Okay, yeah, she's like, all of these cards are bad news. So I wouldn't, if you're in a bad place, I wouldn't pull these out. But, if you're up for a little fun, a little dark humor, yeah, why not? The urn. You know what's funny? I bet you like you think, oh, the urn is so, depressing, and I bet you look it up. It's probably going to be the happiest card in the deck. Now I have to check. Now I have to check. Let's see, the urn. Okay, Friday. Okay, so far so good. We all love a good Friday. A sexual dilemma. A forged invitation. Harmful rays. All right, so you know what? Maybe it's not the happiest. Or like a broken heart. Oh, gosh. Yeah, maybe there is no almost happy card in here. Like, at all. Look at this. Broken hopes. Spasms. Financial losses. Yeah, it's not, it's not a happy one. The waltzing mouse. Now, see, you would think that it's a happy one, right? He's dancing. He's got the table all to himself. I'm not even going to look it up. I don't want to ruin the moment that this mouse is going through. The plant. It's cool looking. The insects. The effigy. I wonder why the 3 is backwards. What does that mean? Does that mean something? Is that important? Again, I'm afraid to look this up, but I'm gonna. I think we came across it when I was flipping through this before. Let's see. The effigy. August. A sexual problem. Assailed honor. Unpleasant secrets. Amnesia. Broken hopes. And it goes on and on of awful things. Okay. So I don't know why the 3 is backwards, but this is the one with financial losses, so I can probably remember that because the 3 is written the wrong way, so that'll remind me of financial losses. And the last card, there's 20 cards in this deck, is the stones. They also look harmless, standing up there. They look strong, but I bet it's full of doom and gloom. Let's see what the stones have to say. March. Loss of teeth. A forged letter. Paralysis. False arrest. Falling sickness. Evil communications. What is that even? Evil communications. Is that like being bullied over social media? Does that count as evil communications? No, maybe. Yeah. All sorts of lovely and awesome things with the stones. So this is the Fantod Pack. And it's funny, it's called the Fantod Pack. It's not called a deck like the way you would an Oracle deck. And on the back, it makes reference to tarot, offers a bleak yet hilarious take on the classic tarot deck. But it has nothing to do with tarot. I mean, none of the images have anything to do with tarot. It's only 20 cards, so it's not even the majors, because that would be 22. But yeah, I mean, I think you can definitely put this in the Oracle deck category, because you can read with them, if you're up for something fun and cute and adorable, you can take this deck out. So what do you think, my friends? What do you think of the Fantod Pack? Is this something you want to add to your collection? Is it too much? Is it like, and it's not even something that you would use for shadow work, I don't think, because it's on a totally different level of darkness, So the darkness and shadow here is just a little over the top, and it's supposed to be, again, it's supposed to be humorous. You're supposed to take it with a grain of salt, but I'm sure there is a way to kind of incorporate this into another reading with actual tarot cards, or you can probably use it on its own, maybe use your own interpretations if you don't want to go with what Madame Weyrd has to say about them. But it is fun, and I don't even know how else to describe this, but I'm glad I have it. And, maybe at a party, if you're feeling goofy, you want to take it out. But I don't know. You got to make sure you use it with the right people, because you don't want people walking away feeling all depressed when they leave a party. So, maybe this is just the deck for you if you're into that humor and you won't take it too seriously. So if you had fun with this walkthrough, please hit that like button. And if you have some thoughts or comments on this deck, I'd love to hear what they are. So throw them down in the comments and hit subscribe if you want to be notified of the next time I do an unboxing or a walkthrough. So have fun with me. All right, till the next one. Bye.